Yeah, a lot.
Powered by Riverside.
Check it. 1, 2, coming at you.
Welcome back.
And true. Yeah.
The Lito and The Mike in the house.
Mike and Mike on the mic.
Time to get down into your pod. Grab some stratagems on the tournament zone.
Oh, man. I just found all these cool little songs here, man, on the side. What do you think about that, Mike?
I think that's going to be embarrassing. Thank you. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Hey, that wasn't funny. Lady in the middle. I see what you did there.
There's always a funny lady in the middle. Like, there's always a louder.
See? We agree.
We agree. This is funny stuff. Oh, man, we're going to have some fun with that in the future. Okay. So, let's get down to business. This sound is my chair. I have a squeaky chair. If you guys suspect of any other sound, that's not
what the sound is.
That's not what the sound is. It's this chair.
But what other sounds could they assume?
Wait.
Nothing else. Just the chair.
Well, you know, like I don't know, like a flatulent sound, if you will. Right. Yeah. If you think it's a flatulent sound, it's not a flatulent sound. Not rude, crude, and socially unacceptable.
All right. Well, it's good to know that that's not what you're doing while we're recording.
No. It's just I got no control of when I shift my weight and I hear this. That's it. I mean, sometimes I like being on my left cheek. Sometimes I like being on my right cheek. And when I'm on the right cheek, it makes it a little squeaky. Like a ship.
Yeah. Motion in the ocean.
Welcome to Starship Super Earth Podcast. A Helldivers radio stream.
A Helldivers radio stream. Rated 48th in the leisure category on Spotify.
A couple days ago. Right.
So thank you, everybody. Thank you for that. And if we somehow make it to number 1, maybe we'll have to do a special something.
If we make it to number 1, dude, geez Louise.
I'm just saying.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm quitting my day job.
Sorry, honey. It's all about the Helldivers now.
I think this episode is a long time coming, Mike. You know?
Is that so?
I think we asked for it and we got it. You know what I'm saying? Be careful what you wish for. You just might get it.
That is true.
This is going to be a special episode because we're going to do a little bit of talking, and then up front we're going to do a little bit of talking. We're going to talk about, you know, obviously some news and whatnot. We got to. It's every day there's something. But then we're going to turn it over to you guys and all the correspondence that we got. We're going to publish it out to the world. So I hope you guys are ready. And we're going to go in this order. We're going to go news. We're going to do the stories. We're going to answer the questions. We're going to reveal your answers. Then we're going to go into ship names. And believe me, this ship name section, I can already see it's going to be, the retention's going to be great.
And then we get to the ship names.
Then we're going to get to the ship names. We're going to reveal a lot of ship names. This is going to be so. Just be prepared up front. We're going to be reading. We got our reading glasses on, Mike. I see you got your reading glasses on.
Yeah, we're getting into the mail.
Right
here.
We're getting
to you guys.
We're getting to you. This is the mail bag, the grab bag, the Foot Locker correspondence, if you will. And then so ship names galore, and then we have a final little thing to reveal, and I'll hold off on that until we get to that point. All right, should we get ready? Should we get started, Mike?
I am ready to get started, Mike.
Oh, and if you guys don't know, I'm the Lito,
and I am the Mike, and
you are the
and
audience.
We are Super Earth Podcast.
Ring. That's it. That's an old one. That's an old joke.
Yeah, an oldie but a goodie.
I love that one.
That's why
you want to do it properly. And we are Super Earth Pod
podcast.
Oh, geez.
No. Let's just no.
Okay. Can I do the ring part again? That was fun.
Yeah, do that one more time.
Ring.
Oh boy.
Oh my
All
goodness.
Right. So,
all right, are we done with the intro?
I think they want us to be done with the intro by now.
Longest intro ever.
Ugh. Shut up already, guys.
Gosh. All right, Mike. Kick it off with some news, man. Some latest updates.
DOS news.
What happened?
We got, well, I mean, I think we all knew the bots weren't going to be gone forever.
I thought they were gone forever. When you told me that they were gone, I'm like, they're gone forever. And I didn't get to play them.
Yeah. I tried to hint, during that episode that I thought more than likely they're coming back. I was like, yeah, they're gone. They're gone for now.
I thought they were going to introduce the Illuminate.
That's what a lot of people thought, I think. Okay. And I know some people were disappointed that we didn't get to see the Illuminate in this situation, but I think it's cool to have the bots coming back full force, stronger, supposedly.
Faster, stronger.
to do this thing that they say, is important, which ties into the major order.
Okay.
Which is, again, I'm reading with my poor glasses. Okay, major order. The automatons have revealed their true force, a massive invasion fleet sweeping through our territory. Defenses are scrambling. Slow its advance as much as possible. And so we have to succeed in the defense of at least 5 planets. Right now we're at 2 of 5. And it doesn't look that great right now. The planet that that most people are fighting on is this planet. Where is it? So most people right now are fighting on Vernon Wells, and we have 17 hours left on Vernon Wells.
Vernon Wells? That sounds like a football player.
Yeah, it sounds like it is somebody's name. But so yeah, currently we're losing whatever those 2 bars are. I don't know exactly how those work, but our bar is smaller than the bot's bar in that area. And there are a couple other planets people are working on defending. So that's what's going on. Yeah, we are losing on all 3.
I see people calling out on social media, hey, we need your help. Everybody get your muskets on. We need to fight. We need to fight these bots. We're losing these battles. Please come help. Unfortunately, like we're not real time, so anything we announce can't. It's going to be a few days after the fact. So the order could be done or could be over by then. How much time do we have to do this major order?
Let's see. We have 17 hours remaining on the major order.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do.
Right. This best case scenario, this comes out tonight.
Oof. That gives you what, an hour and a half, maybe? All right.
Okay. So the other news is that they quietly released some new ship upgrades.
Ooh.
Apparently they come at very exorbitant prices. At least for those of us who don't play all that often. Because I'm looking at, there's like a bunch of, somebody said that they can cost up to like 200 rare samples, 20 something or plus super samples. It's going to take us forever.
To get to what?
To unlock them.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
But supposedly they're pretty good.
What are they?
They are superior packing methodology, resupply boxes, refill support weapons with the maximum number of carryable magazines.
Whoa.
Atmospheric monitoring, orbital HE barrage spread reduced by 15%. Ooh, that sounds good. XXL weapons bay, Eagle stratagems that drop multiple bombs will drop 1 additional bomb. Enhanced combustion, fire damage from stratagems increased by 25%. That's good. Circuit expansion, lightning arcs fired from weapons and turrets jump to 1 additional enemy. Okay. blast absorption. Sentries take 50% less damage from explosions.
Cool.
Yeah. So those all sound very useful.
Yes. We're going to need those in the coming days of our battles against the bots, against the bugs, and against anything else that's coming.
I agree.
All right. So here we go. We're going to get into these stories. We asked a couple weeks back, and we've been stockpiling them. Mike, you read one on your episode, and it was awesome. I think it set the tone for like kind of exactly what we were looking for. Something where someone they had a change. You know what I mean? Like they were playing, and they had one. They had one plan. To kind of be kind of
a certain way.
Yeah, but then the game, as it's doing, made him switch and be like, no, I mean, I want to make the right choices here.
Yeah.
And that was a beautiful story. And we got more stories. People have been sending them to us, and they're pretty great. And we're just going to go right through them. The first one comes from Kenny. He emailed us a story, and he said, "Hi, I'm Kenny.
Hello, Kenny.
Yes. You may also know me as Boxer Bear on Hair Diver 2. But let's get to the story. So it was at the end of the game, and 2 random people went into my ship, and then the one did not make it. So I decided to reinforce him, and there was not enough time for him to be reinforced. So I decided to go to the ship. I had 2 seconds left, dove in a little too hard on the right, and hit the side of the ship. Did not make it. Me and my friend are still crying to this day." Dude, this happened to me.
Yeah.
This happened to us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you're right at the end, everything's chaotic.
Looking good.
You're like, oh, I'm going to hang out for a little bit or whatever. And then stuff happens, the enemies start showing up.
Right.
And then you're like, I got to get out of here. And then you're just like, but you got, and you're probably loaded up with everything,
Mm-hmm. But then you die and you don't have anything that you need.
Yep. And what's funny is this last line, he says, my friend and I are still crying till this day. Like, that's the thing. It's like, you only remember the ones that got away. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
totally.
Myself and this person and Kenny probably have had hundreds of missions at this point, right? But it's the ones that like you had that like 2 seconds of, fumbling the ball that you remember. I mean, same with me. I don't remember any of the perfect missions that I went through, but I do remember that time that I dropped 6 rare samples trying to help our friend. And I know it's happening.
Lesson learned.
And I'm not going to lie, I made the same mistake again. Yeah, playing with Kyle and Rebecca. I was like just milling about, trying to, rack up kills or whatever, just kind of screwing around. And Kyle was right in front of us. And then so I'm like, oh, if Kyle's still around, I can,
shoot stuff.
Yeah, shoot stuff. And then somehow he like jumped into the ship real quick, and I'm like, oh no, I'm by myself. And I just got overwhelmed and swarmed by all these big bugs. And I did have a few samples. I had like 3 rare samples, and I got eaten up. And then the ship took off, and I felt really bad.
Dude, do you have any idea how many accidentals I have over the past week?
Oh yeah, I do know.
Awful.
I do know because I'm on the other end of those.
You do know, yeah, and so do Kyle and Rebecca. One of the missions we were on, somebody had a bunch of super samples, and I was accidentally like team killing right as we were trying to leave, and I think I cost us some super samples, and I was just like, "Wow, I am sorry, and I am sorry, guys." Yeah,
I mean. Never my intention to kill anybody other than the bugs and
right.
It's hard enough. We need to decrease the numbers, and then we're getting to those missions that those levels where they don't. You're running through all your deaths before Remember, I was like one of the last. We were playing, and I was like one of the last ones, and I had to like stay alive. Luckily, I was on a hill or something.
Yep.
And you had to wait for the countdown.
Oh yeah, you were up. You were elevated, shooting down on everything. Yeah. And I think since our last episode, you've played on higher difficulties than you were used to playing at, right?
Right. Yeah. I come back and everyone's all like, "Hey, we're turning it up the notch here," and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, help. and then Kyle's messing around with what difficulty to play with, and he puts it on Hell Dive, and I gasped and screamed, "No!" So, but
you did one.
What, a Hell Dive?
Didn't we?
No, we didn't do one.
Oh,
we went to 7.
And you did missions on 7 successfully for the first time.
Well, yeah. Well, your guys' help, of course. Sure.
Oh, well, naturally.
So it was big. It was great.
Cool. And you're saying there's another story?
Oh, yeah. Story from True Odds. He's got 2 stories
Odds.
here. Yep.
2 stories. Okay.
Okay. True Odds. Okay. So 2 stories. Both happen in, you're going to have to help me out with this. Drogen, Grugen. That must be the planet.
Okay.
During the last push against the automaton front. This is probably before the automatons disappeared for a while.
Mm-hmm.
The first story I want to share is from my first dive in Hell Dive difficulty 9. Oh my gosh, we were just talking about this.
Yep.
I'm only a level 37, so I consider myself an average. I'm able to hold my ground pretty well, but up to difficulty 7. That's me right now.
Yeah.
But I struggle without a team on 8. Whoa, he's playing by himself? On 8?
That's pretty crazy.
That's craziness. I also only play with randoms. Oh, as my friends don't have the hardware to play. I'm assuming Xboxers. In this particular mission, I started with one fellow diver, and things got pretty hectic right after landing. I threw down an SOS, and 2 other divers joined. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
After about 2 minutes, one of them quits because they were dying too much. Another diver quit shortly after. And the last one left after seeing it was just us with 4 reinforcements left. Yeah, see, that's the thing. So it was just me and 2 more objectives left to do. Pump fuel to the ICBM and activate it. I had all the super samples and a considerable amount of rare and common ones. So I thought, I'll stealth my way out of this and I'll take the samples at least. And that's what I did. I avoided as many patrols as I could, ignored all the side objectives, and managed to launch the ICBM while hiding like I never thought I could in this game.
Wow.
I thought to myself, if they only thought to change our strategy, they would have missed out on the 6 super samples.
Yeah.
Yeah. They missed out on their super samples. That's a lot, dude. That's the 6, That's hard to get. That's hard to get those. All right. So that was his first story. I think, he's out there. I think, the moral of the story is, stick with it. You never know, and adapt and overcome.
We've had several of those missions, especially over the past week, where it's like we're down to our last reinforcement and we just barely get out of there. So it happens.
Right. It happens. I mean, it's sometimes after you go through all your lives, that's when you really start to focus and start to like play. I'm not going to generalize. I'm just going to say me. I start to play a little bit smarter, a little bit safer, a little bit, closer to the vest.
Sure.
A little bit, and then that's when I think the game really, I get into the game more because, it's just me, my last life. Like I don't have anything to play with. So it's like you bunker down. And that's what I believe. That's what he did.
Yeah. Sounds like it. You got to employ every strategy that you have at your disposal.
So very good. Very good job. All right. So his second story, my second story is my second dive in difficulty 9, but on a Terminate front. And then the planet is the S1E9.
S1E9, yeah.
Okay. Yep. I started off with 4 divers and stuck together for 2 missions, but 2 of them left at the last one. And then let me say something real quick. You got to play for a long time to get through
3 missions,
like all these missions. Yeah. So, you know what I mean?
It's a commitment.
So I understand. Yeah, it is a commitment. That's why I think it's a little better to like be talking with people and, have like a group of guys and almost like a block of time. I mean, you know, because I mean, you're going to have to spend like an hour just to get through a good
on the higher difficulties for sure. Yeah.
Right. So that's a little bit of the downfall with randoms, but I give this guy 100% credit for going for it. I interrupted mid-sentence, but 2 of them left at the last one, eradicate. So it was me in another level 67. I always bring my equipment thinking in the team stratagem synergy. So I only had turrets and a rail cannon.
Okay.
It was absolute hell. We were overrun pretty much immediately. We had 4 Bile Titans and numerous chargers because my turrets were essentially useless.
Yeah.
And I only had the Quasar Cannon. We ran out of lives really fast. But Charred Toast didn't quit. That must be the other guy.
Yeah.
Shout out to Charred Toast.
Way to hang
he
in
held
there.
his ground. Yeah, way to hang in there, bud. He held his ground alongside me. No matter how many times he or I died, we stuck together. At the last 5%, he managed to land on top of a small mountain where the Titans couldn't spew on him and finished it. I remember thinking when we hit 0 reinforcements, this is doomed.
Yeah.
We're only at 60% with no reinforcements left, but boy, I was wrong. Wow.
That's awesome.
So this is a great story because he's kind of saying like, hey, I lost faith a little bit, but his teammate persevered.
Yeah.
Showed true grit.
And it just goes to show that you never know how these missions are going to turn out. They can start out really bad and end well, or they can start out well and end bad. You can start one mission with, certain people. Like that was a level 9 with 2 people.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's nuts, man. They're in it for the challenge. They believe in their skills. I can tell. They're playing in those difficulties, and they don't got time to be messing around. I mean, that's some high level stuff they're working on there.
Yeah, and a little bit of luck too. Kind of a little bit of luck helps out.
Oh yeah, for sure. Hitting that button at the right time, even though you didn't really think about doing it. It's like your instincts or something took over. Or something.
Exactly. How many times in the past week have we been like, how am I still alive?
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Like I remember somebody, actually our resident, Skull Admiral, his lessons are embedded in my head. He's like, dive. When you get into trouble, just dive.
Yeah.
Just start and that's what I do. I just start diving out of the way.
Yeah.
And hopefully and then having enough time to stim myself,
Yeah.
So
that's one thing I've gotten a lot better at is diving and then running. I used to be terrible at that, and I used to get killed all the time. So like using diving for different things to get out of the way and sort of retaliate to whatever's coming at me. So diving is the way to go. Sometimes multiple times.
Nice. So, Mike, you want to take the next one from Pro DC, the next story?
Sure. Pro DC says, fast tracking through my training as I had experience in countless battles and war fronts. Me and my first lieutenant, David Stork, were expedited.
Shout out to David.
What's that?
Shout out to David.
What's up, David Stork? We were expedited to the battlefield. My first training was a live mission in the Terminid front. I was groomed to join the war by a first-generation Creeker. He told me so many stories of his battles on Malevelon each time we met. I was so enthralled by these stories of valor and glory and hardship that took place on the creek that I had to join. The fighting spirit in my blood demanded that my boots be on the ground to help my brother in the race for democracy. After my first mission, I went straight to Malevelon to join the fight. At many points, however, I was reposted to other planets around the western sectors to assist the Helldivers in other planetary struggles against the Metal Menace. At some times, I have even been reposted to the Eastern Front. We were there to push the bugs back and slam the door shut on them with the TCS border quarantine system. After that, it was back to business, slowly retaking the western part of the galaxy. Recently, we had pushed them out. only for them to reemerge, exploding outwards from Cyberstan in an all-out counterattack where they'd been all this time. The sights on the front lines are much like they were, but more frightening. We have been updated about the importance of high-value assets that are requiring extraction efforts. For these, the bots clash against us in an unending tide of marching metal and fire. Imagine, if you will, an ocean-like tide of red eyes. And towering above and behind them are their hulking kin and tanks marching in unison toward our gates. All you can see through the buildup of smoke, debris, and explosions outside the gate are the piercing glow of their red eyes and targeting systems through the growing fog of war. Whatever you do out there, hold the line, divers. This is far from over. All right, so he is the leader of Delta Charlie Squadron, reporting from the SES Sword of Midnight.
Wow, I got chills.
Thank you for your service.
I'm over here with chills.
Yeah.
Hold the line, divers. Wow. Oof.
So yeah, that was
the hair on the
somebody
back of my neck is standing up. Wow.
That was somebody who apparently spent some good time on Malevelon Creek, was brought in by a creeker, showed the ways.
Wow.
Diversified his war portfolio, and then went back to Malevelon Creek to keep the fight going.
Remember the creek, man.
But yeah, that's something else in news that we didn't mention, was there is a new mission type. The defend missions, where you have to close the gates and try and defend and keep the automatons from getting to your base. Oh,
right. We were playing that.
Yeah.
That was hard.
That was hard, but super cool.
Yeah, super cool. Super cool. Like all these new game types are coming in, so definitely keeps it interesting. So yeah, that one was hot off the press. That one literally showed up right before we started recording. So thank you, Pro DC, for sending that in. I think they took this to another level. They kind of made it an actual story with dramatic effects, and which I'm blown away by. I love it.
Yeah.
It's like I'm not reading an actual account. I'm reading like someone's fan fiction almost. Yeah, it's fan fiction. So I'm going to put the challenge out there. I mean, this just sparked an idea in my head. It's like, okay, these are good. These are great stories from real people. We got a fan fiction one here. How about someone fan fiction a story from the bug side or from the bot side? We got some creative listeners out there. I'd like to read one of those out. And see what.
That would be pretty cool. We would totally read that.
Absolutely. So, I don't know. Challenge is out there. If anybody can meet that, I'd love to see what you come up with. All right. So, moving on to answering of the questions. Okay. So let me kind of explain why we're doing this. Okay. These are going to be the answers to the Spotify questions. So we're getting so much responses that we can't keep up, and we can't spend a lot, because we only got a certain amount of time.
Right.
That we kind of want to. This is going to be a long episode, but we kind of want to keep our episodes short and not just be announcing all these answers, which we love, by the way. Thank you. Keep doing this. So we're gonna switch a little bit of gears here. Spotify obviously lets you know that we have the ability to publish your answers. So we're publishing the ones that we feel are your first name or like a pseudonym, like a fake, like a fake name, which we feel comfortable. No one can really, pinpoint anybody down with. So the ones that we're going to read now are from the people that have their first and last name on their Spotify. I mean, I know you've been warned by Spotify and everything, but we just want to kind of take the extra step and not reveal your last name. And if in the future you don't mind us revealing your last name, just please kind of write that in your answer. I mean, I know it's a lot more to write, and I apologize, but I just feel like I'd rather be safe than sorry. I don't want anyone to be pinpointed out if they don't have to be. Do you agree, Mike, or do you
Yes.
think I'm being a little too? Okay. So we're going to go through the questions, and here we go. What's your favorite primary weapon? And then Gary said the sickle breaker in a DCS. What's the DCS?
DCS is the diligence counter sniper, which I know because I have the game open right now.
Very good.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. We have Llama responding with my favorite is still the breaker. I have to agree with that.
Me too.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find a different weapon.
Right.
I'm trying. The closest thing I've been doing, I unlocked the spray and pray.
Yeah.
So that's been doing the job.
Okay.
But all I can think about is like, oh man, I just want to go back to the breaker.
Yeah. It just always feels like you could be doing more, and the breaker will do more.
I know.
Yeah.
Even after they changed it, it's still a great primary weapon.
Yep.
But I'm trying. Okay. So the next question is, what's your favorite stratagem? Owen says the laser cannon is my favorite.
Okay. I don't see that very often.
Yeah. I mean, I see it being used a lot. I think you use it a lot.
Not the quasar cannon, the laser cannon. It's like the one with like a perpetual laser. I've used it a couple times, but I haven't used it enough to know. It was really good at like lasering off the limbs of the bugs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so that's like almost like a machine gun type cannon?
Kind of. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's similar in terms of damage output. Yeah, it's almost like that.
Gotcha.
All right, Felipe, Guard Dog Rover, the laser version.
Cool. Yeah, you just told me to unlock that, which I haven't done yet.
Yeah, I think that'll be good for you. It just kind of, I mean, it can be a problem because it starts fights you don't necessarily want to start sometimes, but it's very useful for protecting yourself against the swarm. You just have to be careful where you position yourself because it can hurt your teammates.
That's exactly what I was going to ask you. You read my mind. Okay. So Troy says orbital laser. Okay, so that's the one I had in mind then. That's the one you use, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the red. Oh, no, the laser. Yes, that's the one that shoots down from the ship, and it's just like a constant beam of like, it takes out all sorts of stuff. Like, depending on the objective, it can take out the whole objective. And that's a good one.
That's a great one. Yeah, I see you guys, Bio Titans, just sits there and cooks them. It's awesome.
Yeah. All right. Gary says the 110 millimeter rocket pods or the rail cannon. Yeah, I also use the rail cannon a lot. That's a really good one. It's great for Chargers and Bio Titans. I've also heard other people say 110 is good. I've tried it a couple times. I guess it prioritizes larger targets.
Oh, really?
Like you throw it into a group and it prioritizes the larger target. Kind of like the rail cannon does.
Smart weapons. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Guillermo, and he says robot dog, even though I haven't unlocked it yet. That's interesting. He must have picked it up somehow from somebody.
Robot dog.
Yeah, he probably means the
rover?
The rover, yeah.
Gotcha.
Probably I don't know if it's the machine gun one or the laser one. But
yeah. Okay. Jeff says the stalwart.
Oh, well, that's the right answer right there.
I thought you liked that one. Yeah. Yeah. He's your kind of guy.
Yes, he is. So, and then Jaden says Eagle cluster bomb. Oh, I love the cluster bomb.
I do too. But I kill people with it every time. Even, what was it, last night? I got you with it, and I was like, dude, that's the first time I've thrown that thing in like a week and a half, and I killed you with it.
Dude, my favorite time playing, it was just me and you were playing the bots, and we were like trying out all new weapons. Mm-hmm. We brought in the cluster bomb, and we were having so much success. I was even like, somebody asked us the question, and then the next day I'm like, dude, cluster bomb.
Yeah.
Like it was working. I mean, I killed Mike a lot, but but we just got to stand back,
Yeah.
And we talked about that. So yeah, I love the cluster bomb.
So Jake says Gatling Sentry and grenade launcher.
Ooh, that's you.
Those are solid. And I was rocking the grenade launcher full time. And we did a mission recently where it was like all bile spewers. And I don't always know how to know which enemies you're going to find on a certain planet or in a certain sector. But next time I go in against those bile spewers like that, I need my grenade launcher because nothing else that I had was doing much of anything to those guys.
Well, there you go.
So,
yeah, those biospewers, I love fighting them. I hate getting killed by them, but I love blowing them up. I love blowing up their bodies, and I love how it just spews, it explodes.
yeah.
Does that hurt you? The stuff that comes out of their body, like after you blow them up? I don't even know.
I think so. I think if you're too close, the explosion hurts you, and I think it's like acidic. So I would think that it would damage you.
It's okay. I'm running with that guy that's got the armor that's got the 6 stems. So
nice.
But I just think that's one of the coolest enemies that we fight. And there was a time where we were playing higher difficulties and they weren't showing up, and I'm like, "Hey, man, I feel like I'm getting cheated. I want, I want those biospewers, man, to blow up."
It's so we haven't seen them in a while.
Yeah. Cool. All right, so we're on to our next question. What are you looking forward to the most from future Helldiver 2 patches? So this one, we asked this one a while ago, so some of these might already be taken care of. But so Felipe says, Destiny style transmog and shader system.
Okay.
That you're the Destiny guy. What does that mean?
It's interesting that he mentions Destiny here because Destiny really only recently included a transmog system. So transmogging is essentially the ability to unlock. So instead of each armor piece having a specific perk or list of perks, the transmog system allows you to basically unlock those perks and choose whatever armor you want to wear. Does that make sense? Okay.
So that's pretty cool. Just choose what armor you want to wear, like during the mission, or before.
You would pick it before the mission, unless he's talking about something more like drops, like armor drops, which I don't know that they'll ever do that.
Okay, I think Felipe needs to reach out to us and expand on this one a little bit. So if you could email us and kind of provide a little bit more detail, I think that'd be great.
Sure. All right, so Gary says he's looking forward to seeing the big baddies that keep getting leaked. I'm not going to read anything else because we don't really discuss leaks here.
Very good. That's all we got to say about that.
Yeah, but I get it. It's nothing against you, Gary, or anybody else. I understand why that's interesting.
And then, so we got Kyle. No more crashing. He wants that fixed, which they're working on that. I mean, that's just technology,
right? Yeah. I mean, it's amazing it works as well as it does most of the time.
Right.
So Owen says he wants to see a buff to the Blitzer.
Did you say a Blitzer? All right. So there's a weapon out there called the Blitzer, and
we've never used it. Yeah, I'm checking now. Okay. That's why we've never seen it, because it's in one of these war bonds that we haven't gotten through.
The Arc 12 Blitzer is an Arc-type shotgun that doesn't need any ammo and can link electronically between foes. So it's a shotgun.
Okay.
And it shoots multiple arc beams at close range. Okay, so it's got light armor penetration, 3 bolts per shot burst, auto recharge, and truly infinite ammo. Oh, that's probably why.
Interesting.
Yeah. So it's semi-automatic. Its fire rate is kind of low. It's 30, but damage is 250. That's pretty high. And it's in the premium Warbond cutting edge.
Yeah, on page 3.
Right.
Just looking at it now.
Very good. Very good.
Cool.
So the next question is, what do you use to take out the automatons? Once again, this question was probably asked, before
they were eradicated.
Eradicated for the first time.
Quote unquote eradicated.
For not the last time, but for yeah.
For
So
the first
Troy
time,
says
not the last time.
exactly. Thank you for finishing that. Troy says heavy machine gun is so awesome against them. Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. I was thinking that's something else you should try. The heavy
I
machine
know.
gun. Yeah.
I think it's got a little bit more damage, but it's just that whole reloading, man, and I never have enough time to reload. That's what I love about the Star Wars, dude.
You can just run around.
Run and gun. I mean, it's like I don't know. I've probably said this 100 times already. I want the Star Wars exactly what it's like to be my primary weapon, to be the what's that first machine gun or your first primary weapon that you get? The infiltrator,
the liberator.
The liberator, yeah, the liberator,
Yeah.
right? It's exactly what I want the liberator to be, but you know,
but it is not.
I don't. Yeah. And then you got the next one there, Mike.
Let's see. Lito says, "Your mom's soup pot, sucker." Huh, Lito, huh?
Kind of a jokester. Okay. All right. So Gary says infiltrator armor, sickle, auto pistol, impact grenades, quasar or grenade launcher, 110 millimeter rocket pods, rail cannon strike, and personal shield. Oh, nice. Also, he gave us his ship name, which is the SCS Paragon of Honor. And with that loadout, my friend, you have my hats off. And
yes, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. I've never used a sickle, but impact grenades, yes, you know.
I just unlocked the sickle, actually. If it's the weapon I'm thinking of.
Is that a warbond weapon?
It's a premium warbond weapon. Yeah, it's in the Steeled Veterans. It's in the first warbond that you have, I think, right?
Right. I do have that one. I just been going through the first warbond, like the one that came with the game. I just been going through all of that just to knock that out first.
Yeah, that's what I did too. I made my way through the first one, and now I'm making my way through Steeled Veterans, and I'm hoping to have enough super credits to get the next one when that's all done.
Yeah, I'm really close. I'm under 100, and I can get the one that came out today.
Nice.
Yes.
Dang,
I know. I want to do it. I want to not spend,
the money,
extra money, and just kind of let you know, like if you just put the work in, you don't have to pay for anything extra.
Especially since both of us have already bought the game on 2 platforms.
All right. Yeah.
So John says, in response to what do you use to take out the automatons? John says, my son. I sent him back to the creek. The creek is secured. Now he's going to hold it by pushing Severin.
Look at that.
And they did. They did.
Yeah.
They did exactly that.
He just used more hell divers and his son. Okay. I love it. I love the creativity, and yeah, I mean that's someone's someone's son, someone's father, someone's it's all real guys, no clones. So there
no
you go.
Clones. All individuals.
So all individuals. I feel bad. All the times I've accidentally killed some of them. So JD says breaker impact grenades, quasar cannon, orbital laser or orbiter airburst, eagle cluster bomb, eagle 500 kilogram or airstrike. That 500 kilogram thing, man,
it's awesome to watch.
It's a beautiful thing to see in a video game.
Yep.
I mean, it's so beautiful. It's like the horizon.
Yeah. It's
like,
so
it's just like the sun. Yeah, like the sun rising. It's a beautiful thing.
I wish I knew how to use it properly, but
same.
But I took it into one mission, and I used it even though I didn't really need to, just because otherwise I wouldn't have used it. And I was just like, yes, every time.
Very good. I think this is good topical stuff because with the automatons coming back, all this is
relevant.
It's in play. So this is great information we're getting from everybody.
Yep. So Kyle says he brings in the autocannon.
Yes, that's a great choice.
Yeah, I don't think you can really go wrong.
Nope.
Yeah.
Autocannon can take those guys out. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. The first guy, Troy, saying the heavy machine gun, because with them being metal, I would think that the bullets wouldn't be good, but they're fine.
Yeah, maybe with the heavy machine gun, it does more penetration damage or something like that.
Right. Yeah, you're right. Maybe that's I'm basing it on the Star Wars damage, but the autocannon definitely gets the job done.
Yep.
And then we got Connor with the orbital rail cannon for the big guy. If I'm overwhelmed,
right.
The big guy meaning what? The tanks, maybe
the Hulks, probably
the Hulks,
or the tanks. Okay. Yeah.
Wow. And then other than that, I love the autocannon. There it is again. Yep. Plus mortar sentry combo.
Huh.
Okay. I hope he's playing by solo.
Or that his teammates know to stand by the mortar sentry.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Cool.
That's one thing. The past couple times I've gone in, I have actually taken the anti-material rifle, and it held up. Like, I don't think you want a group of 4 rocking that thing, but if there's one person,
right,
like, you can take out the bigger enemies with a full clip or almost a full clip. And that's the thing. That's the good thing about that weapon, is that it has a quick rate of fire, it has a quick reload, and it has a bunch of rounds and magazines. So it's not going to give you the satisfaction that some of these other kaboom weapons give you, but it is feasible. It is viable.
Cool. Thanks for great points, Mike. Yeah. Thanks for adding those extra little tidbits. And then we got our final question here is, what is the highest difficulty you've played?
Mm-hmm.
James says level 5, but I'm only level 21. That's cool, man. No, don't. It's fine. Like, it's not like
that's actually like appropriate. I would say.
Yeah, I think you're doing great. If you're only a 21 and you're on 5, and say you're playing solo, that's awesome.
Right. Right. And we were playing on 5 until recently, and we don't play higher than 5 alone yet, and I don't know if we ever will.
Right.
So Owen says, and this ties into what Owen says, he says 9, but I like 7 the best, and I agree with him. I've played 9. 9 was crazy. I've actually extracted successfully from 9, but I feel like 7 is kind of the sweet spot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're not ripping out your hair. There's a lot of answers on this one that says hell dive, and I haven't been the same since. I'm traumatized. So I'm never doing it again. And I feel for those people. I haven't, like I said, Kyle was going to do it. I said, and I screamed like a little girl. So with that, here comes Gabrielle saying hell dive.
Yeah.
More power to you, man. I love it.
Gary says hell dive, baby.
Woo, Gary. Yep. High five, bud. Travis says impossible. So what's that one? 8?
That's 8
or 7?
Yeah, that's 8, I think.
Very good. I know. I love it.
Kyle says hell dive.
Yes, Kyle. You guys got the skills, and I haven't even seen it, so I'm looking forward to the time. I just need a little bit more time though to kind of like build up.
Get used to like what it's like at like 7 before you jump to 9. Yeah. All right. The last one comes from Connor. He says, I did 1 hell dive against the bugs on one of those kill a bunch of them missions. So an eradication mission, I guess. I was not aware until I hit the ground, but there were 6 Bile Titans on me, and it was the first time I saw a Bile Titan.
Whoa.
Can you imagine that?
No, I can't.
It had to be like...
that's the stuff that nightmares are made from.
Yes, it is.
Wow.
So, very cool. Thank you, everybody, for sending those answers in. We really appreciate the interaction, both here and on the Discord. There's a lot going on the Discord. So some of you who haven't played at a higher difficulty level, if you're looking to get with a group of people who might be interested in helping you get to a new difficulty level, check out our Discord. We'll put the link in the description again. And it's it's growing and it's a lot of fun.
Oh, yeah, we like the signing up process is a little slightly different. Can you explain to them when they go through the link, maybe the process that they might have to go
Yeah,
through?
sure. I mean, it's nothing major. It's just agree to the rules, which are pretty simple, and then there's just a couple, say hello, and then you're in. There's like a question thing, like multiple choice. You can pick all of them if you want. Like, what are you interested in? You want to post memes? You want to play with us? Stuff like that. So nothing
All
major,
right.
nothing intimidating.
And then if they do want to play with us, how would they go about doing that?
Well, joining the Discord server is a good start. And we will eventually be putting together like community events, where either people are playing with us or people are getting carried through hell dives. So those are things we're already talking over with members of the Discord.
Wow. That
Yeah,
sounds awesome.
it's a start,
Yeah, man, this is great. It's great. It's a great start. We're coming to our final part of the show, where I expect people to sign off, if you will. But we're gonna do it. We owe it to you guys. So we're gonna say all the ship names that we cannot publish on that we prefer not to publish. I'm sorry, on Spotify. So these are all the people that probably and on other spots. So if you've given us your first and last name, I know we've said first and last names, but that was in like a direct quote of a social media post that was not
Right.
sent to us.
Right.
If you sent us a quote and we kind of quoted, we're still gonna protect your last name. It's I don't know, as a courtesy. But like I said, if you don't care, please let us know and we'll make adjustments. So for all those that were waiting to see your name published on the Spotify, here we go. Here are the ship names.
Ship names.
Ship names. Ship name it up.
Ship
So
name.
we got ship names are us. We're going to change the podcast too. Travis, the SES representative of destruction. Love the freaking name, dude.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for that service.
Yeah, it's a good one. All right, we've got Adam, SES Emperor of Judgment.
Yes.
It's a good one.
That is a very good one. We got Isaac, Martyr of Freedom.
Thank you for your service.
Oh, he's got a question. He says, will you guys be making a new podcast every day? Because I always listen to it while playing. Mike, are we doing this every day?
Not yet.
Oh boy.
If the numbers keep going up and people keep getting involved, then it could become an everyday thing. But right now we have a lot going on outside of this.
We got a ton going on.
Yeah.
We are busy bees. And we just started this, and this has become like our little priority, and we've got other stuff that's cooking.
Yeah.
And I
But
I just keep asking,
maybe someday,
Okay.
soon too, if it blows up more than it has. Unfortunately, we don't have the time for that right now, but
Right. And then I'm gonna have to take this next one, Mike, for specific reason.
do it.
This one comes in from Robert, via the email. Robert, he wants me to say it like this: Hammer of Benevolence.
Nice. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
All right. So this guy has 2 ship names. So I'm guessing he plays on PC and PlayStation.
No. Let me explain this one real quick. Him and his dad play, and he gives his ship name and his dad's name.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is kind of a special one.
Okay. Well, this one goes out to David for you and your father. That's awesome that you guys are playing together. SES, Champion of Starlight. Hammer of Benevolence.
Nice.
Oh, yeah, that's the same one.
It's the same one. Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your services. I love the idea of a father and son team. I think there's no better in nature. There's no better team mate than a father and a son. And
Oh,
I wish I
man.
could. Yeah, wish I could play this game with my dad. He's, you know, what I mean, he's a little bit older than me. He was before the video game generation.
Right.
So the fact that these two guys are, you know, coming together, playing the game,
Yep.
going through it, co-oping.
It's a tremendous like team building exercise.
Absolutely.
You know. So that's great.
It's great that they're like on they have the same interests and the same, you know, passions, and they're taking the time and to be together and do something, you know. So this is beautiful. It's a beautiful thing, and that's the game, you know.
Yep.
The next one is Bob, coming in from the email. He's a level 51 Skull Admiral pipe slinger of the SCS Lord of War.
Thank you for your service.
Yeah. Thank you for your service,
That's
sir.
a good one. That's a good one.
I know you want to play with us. We explain how to do that. Go through the Discord, you know, reach out to us, and then we'll link up.
All right. Next we have Hunter, SES Spear of Freedom.
Ooh, Halo voice. Nice.
Well, it's my best attempt at it, which isn't very good right now.
We got Hector that came in on the Instagram, and he is the SES Whisper of Wrath.
Nice. His gamer tag is Aztec King 23.
All right. So look him up if you want to, you know, play with somebody who wants to play the game the right way.
Ethan, SES Whisper of Humanity.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. Hey, 2 whispers in a row. Whisper. Whisper my name.
Wow. Wow.
I know.
That's going way back. To anybody who actually knows us, that's going way back.
way back.
See, Lito and I used to be in a band.
Several bands of different names. So we got Jake coming at you with the Prophet of Twilight.
Prophet of Twilight. Nice. I like it.
The books, or the
movies?
Yeah, the movies, the books, or is he talking about the
I'm guessing he's not referring to either of those.
Right.
Scotty. So my username is Evil Knievel 1, and my ship name is the SES Purveyor of Wrath.
Ooh.
That's a good one.
That's cool. I love
Purveyor
the
of Wrath. I like that.
And then just got a little note here. Every time I start up the game, my girlfriend chuckles and goes, "It's time to kill bugs, huh?" LOL. And then we got Victor, once again on the Spotify. He's the SES Father of Eternity.
Ooh. That's a good one.
That is a good one.
Thank you for your service.
Yes, thank you for your service.
All right, we got Jake. This is another cool one. SES Sword of Gold.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't even know gold was one of the choices, but that's cool.
I didn't either. And we've got Seth with Progenitor of the Stars.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
Okay, we got Metal, and then we are the Paragon of Duty.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
Very cool.
Liam sent us his ship name.
Oh,
SES.
Cool. Can I do this one?
Of course.
SES Dawn of Destruction.
Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service.
All right. Corey sends in Wings of Midnight.
Ooh.
Nice.
Very cool, Corey. Very cool. So Jack says his ship name is called Soul of Midnight.
Nice. What? Okay.
Wait a minute.
Do you see what's going on here?
I do.
There's one more. Samuel sends in Whisper of Midnight.
Wait a minute. These guys are a team. That's a team.
If not, they should be.
That's a great combo.
Yeah.
Wings of Midnight, Soul of Midnight, and Whisper of Midnight.
Whisper.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, something you like. You're walking around alone at night and you think you hear somebody say something. You're like, what the?
Oh, it's the Whisper of Midnight.
The Whisper of Midnight. All right. Benjamin sends his the Fist of Selfless Service.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for your selfless service. I already used that joke.
Yeah, it's okay. Use it again.
All right. Scott says his ship is named SES Fist of Democracy.
Nice. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service, Scott.
Colin, your ship name is Wings of Patriotism.
Yes, it is.
Thank
yes,
you.
it is.
Thank you for your service, Colin.
Jonathan, representative of Steel.
Nice. Is that a Superman reference, Jonathan?
Oh.
Is that a Superman reference?
Uh-oh.
Just putting it out there,
Someone just made a best friend.
Is this one me?
This one could be you, yeah.
I keep doing that. I keep getting all the whispers. Alex Sam, Whisper of Peace.
Dude, Whisper is like coming up to be the top.
Yeah, it's super popular. Yeah.
Yeah. Ashton says his ship name is the SES Executor of Steel.
Nice.
Beautiful.
All right. And Jake with the Prophet of Twilight.
Ooh,
I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me talk about the Twilight. And then Zach says Forerunner of Conquest.
Now that sounds like a Halo ship name.
Oh, for real?
Which is funny because the next guy's name is also Zach, or Zachary, with a direct Halo reference, Halo of Peace.
Huh.
Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Mm-hmm. That's a cool one. It's like a positive one.
For real.
Mm-hmm.
Owen says his ship name is the SES Wings of Freedom.
Nice.
Very cool.
Nice.
I can see it.
Mm-hmm. Damien, King of Humanity.
Oh,
I like it. I like it.
That's a big title.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big title. Felipe says Fist of Glory.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice. Thank you for your service.
Effective.
All right. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 9, 1, 6, 6. SES Eye of the Constitution. I kind of like that too.
Very good.
Yeah. Thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. The James with the SES Arbiter of Justice. I love when it's of justice. I have to do it in the Halo voice. I have to.
Yeah, sounds good. Cody, Arbiter's Wrath.
Close.
Yeah.
But it's like this. Arbiter's Wrath.
I don't have quite the depth, the manliness in my voice that you have. So I do what I can.
Very good. Very good. You'll get there.
Will I? Is that how that works?
Rudy says, SES Harbinger of Freedom.
Thank you for your service, Rudy.
I'm a little, I love Harbinger because I'm the harbinger of truth, as we all know. Mm-hmm. So I like the Harbinger one. So,
Gary says Paragon of Honor.
Ooh,
that's a cool one.
That's very nice.
That's a guy who takes things at a certain level. Like
absolutely.
He means what he does.
Absolutely. Oh, we talked about Gary before. He's the one that had all those. He brought in all those. He told us how to kill the automatons. His whole kit. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Okay,
cool.
Very cool. Very cool. So he answered multiple questions. Nice. Very good. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for your service. Thank you for your answers. Mm-hmm. Guillermo's ship name is the Fist of Democracy.
I love democracy.
Thank you for your service.
Did you like the dramatic pause a little bit there?
I sure did.
That was on purpose. Yeah.
Of course it was. That's just Robert, Lady of Midnight.
Very good, Robert.
Yeah,
very good.
That's a nice one. Lady of Midnight. That is.
Robert, if I see you out there, I'm going to give you a hug for that one. All right. Next up, we got Rab aka Big Rab. His ship name is the Hammer of Freedom. So there you go. So thank you, Big Rab, for submitting your ship name. And took me a minute to find this one. It was in our spam folder. So
All right.
The final one.
Last but not least.
The final one. We've got to the end of the ship names. If you're still with us, thank you. And the honor for the last one goes to Jeff with the Harbinger of War.
Thank you for your service, Jeff.
Jeff, I'm going to say it better. I'm going to say it better this time. Harbinger of War. How about that?
It's definitely better.
It makes you giggle every time, doesn't it?
It kind of does, yeah.
All right, let's wrap it up with that final little piece of information. Mike, what do you say?
Let's do it. So the, I guess, special announcement is that we are lining up an interview with the special guest that I was talking about a couple episodes ago. They have agreed to a day this weekend for the interview, and that should come out Monday or Tuesday. So we're very much looking forward to meeting and talking with this person and sharing their knowledge, their story with everybody.
Great. And does he know that they're going to be on the anniversary 10th episode of Super Earth
Podcast?
Yeah, I forgot.
I don't think so. I have not sent him a link yet to the podcast, but I'll do that today and be like, "Hey, this is us. This is what we're doing."
Oh, very good.
Because he agreed to it without really knowing who we are.
Well, that's the kind of guy he is. He's just like, "Yeah, you guys need my help?" Or
yeah, and that's
input?
a little hint.
Oh,
as to who it could be.
Who could it be? Who could it be?
Yeah.
We'll find out on the next episode. Tune in. Same super channel. Same super time.
Same super friends. Oh!
All right, dude. I know all this Helldiver talk has got me fiending to play. I think it's time to play. What do you think?
100%.
All right, let's get some missions in before the whisper of midnight comes upon us.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All Super Earth podcast content is based on the game Helldivers 2, created by Arrowhead Game Studios and published by Sony Interactive Entertainment.